Hello, hello. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, hello, hello. I think this is working. I didn't put on my music. Oh, my keyboard's broken though. The cable to my keyboard is fried. And that being the case, damn, I really gotta hold it like this to use it. Uh-oh. There we go. MU. What a janky ass setup. You know, I probably should have set all this up beforehand, but I might have to use an on-screen keyboard. Hi, what's up, Latom? Dude, early. We just started. But hello, good morning, good morning. I'm setting up everything still. I should have done it earlier before stream, but it's nice to have you. I now have to look up jazz music like I always do. I mean, what other music could I be playing, right? Hi, Mura. Morning. The setup is gonna be mad janky because I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you can see this, but it's gone black, so it's just broken. Oh, morning. It's just broken, so I have to use an on-screen keyboard because the cable is screwed up. So my cable's screwed. Don't know what happened, but it happened. I'm gonna turn this off for a second. There we go. Turn off the music, put on my headphones, and we should be good to go. I believe we're okay. Yo. Okay, we're pretty much set up now. But hi, how are you guys doing today? Oh, it's me, Paradox. What's up, Paradox? Paradox or no, either or. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Day just started though. I woke up about 2 hours ago, had my morning coffee, made my tea. It's all outside, so I might have to step out for a second to grab my tea. But besides that, I'm pretty good. Just doing some last minute edits real quick for my PNG tuber. You're doing great. I'm glad you're doing great. I am glad. But yes, today I don't really have a plan. I can't say I have a particular plan with today's stream, but I just wanted to hop on because I think I'm going to be on a trip for a little bit. So I won't be streaming the next 4 days until like next Monday or next Tuesday or something like that. So I'll be gone. So I just want to get one good stream in for 2 hours, and then, but you guys will have a video. I am working on a video that will be up probably Saturday-ish. So doing good. It's already 10 p.m. for me. That's crazy. Where are you going? I'm just going a couple of states up north just to see my mom's family. And my little brother is taking a test up there for his license certification to be a firefighter. He's applying for a department or a thing up there. So he's going to take a test while I'm just going up there to chill. So regardless, we're here to draw. Where is my pen? There we go. So yeah, hopefully everything works out. But overall, I'm going to be pretty good. I have everything moved around a little bit. I moved the chat above my webcam so you can see the chat there. And because yesterday I realized this chat exists, and I had no idea I set that up like a long time ago. So that works. All right. I, again, don't have any specific plan for this stream, but I guess I'm just going to draw clothes again because I don't feel particularly confident. What I'm actually going to do is actually cloth. I have to use my on-screen keyboard. I keep forgetting that my keyboard doesn't work. Damn, sick firefighters are cool. I know, right? Kenny wants to be a firefighter. It's my bro. So he's going to be one. Let's see. Cloth. I'm going to just search up cloth. And I'm actually just going to practice cloth in general. And just see what happens. See, I actually want to practice the diaper fold, which was in the video that I watched the other day. Something like this. I kind of want to draw something like this. I have to go back and forth because the on-screen keyboard has to work, which is kind of crazy. But hey. Yeah, I kind of want to get used to drawing something like this. And this is just the first thing that popped up on Pinterest, whatever came up first. So yeah. I'm just going to trace this for a little bit, and then we might pick up on other things. But yeah, if you guys have anything you want to talk about, that'd be lovely. For me, I don't particularly have anything. Today's not too busy of a day, though I am working on an upload for this channel, the first upload in a while. So I am quite excited for that. It's going to be about a particular game that came out about a month ago, and I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I just wanted to share how cool the game is. That's particularly it. That's all it is. It's just me sharing something that I enjoy, and hopefully other people might like it the same. That's about it. I put in a good amount of hours into it, and it's kind of a fun game. If you heard of it, it's called Haste on Steam. It's like $20, I think. And it's just really exciting. If you like anything Sonic related, I'm not particularly a Sonic fan, but I've heard it's Sonic is a good comparison for the game, because it's a very it's like a platformer, except the platformer requires you to ramp up in speed constantly. So the game ends up being very hectic because of how fast you're supposed to go. Because the faster you go, the better. Okay. It's really not that bad. But yeah, ConKhi now a gaming channel. I was also really nervous about making a video like that, because it's not so it's not a review. It's not supposed to be a breakdown of the game or anything crazy, because I still want this channel to be mainly an art channel, and I'm really nervous that by posting a video as such, it might be seen as something else, when in reality it's still an art channel. But yeah, we'll see, I guess. It's still definitely an art channel. It's just technically me drawing fan art. That's really all it is. It's a fan art video, except the beginning is a bit of a advertisement for the game. Not that I'm sponsored or anything, but it's just me talking about like things I like about it, stuff I enjoy, the reason why I find this game so enticing and so fun. And it's just me yapping for hours and hours. Not hours, it's gonna be like a 5-minute video. I'm gonna keep them short because I feel like if I make the video too long, then I'll end up going insane. But it is just me yapping about why I enjoy the product so much. Or anything, really. It's not specifically about gaming. The first video is about games, but every subsequent video afterwards is just going to be something specific that I enjoy, and I'm gonna make a video about it. So it could be anything random. Like I was thinking about the other day, and I was thinking about why I like calzones sometimes more than I like pizza, right? And then I would yap for like 3 minutes as I draw an anime girl eating a calzone. Like that's probably what the videos are gonna kind of have a pattern of. I like something, I'll talk about why I like something, and then I'll draw something based on what I like, if that makes any logical sense. But I think it'd be fun. Just think it'll be fun as well. There's a myriad of topics. Just check it out. Looks fun. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's just something you can just sit down, put in like an hour or two, and then leave. But I like it a lot. Okay, let's see. Let's look for a figure to draw. There you go. We'll actually do this. I feel like this is a good thing. We'll do this. Draw a quick base. And then we'll see what happens. So I want to outline. We'll draw it right here. But how have you been? I feel like it's been quite a minute since I've talked to you, Tom. I feel like it's been a second. I think you changed your profile pic. Or maybe I'm getting confused with something else. But maybe not. I know that before, I used to get you confused with another viewer. Because both of your profile pics, I'm not good with names, so both of your profile pics look so similar that I accidentally attached you to someone else as well. So you were like, so two people were just one person in my head. It was kind of funny. I didn't realize it. I realized it on stream, and you were both there, and that's why I was so confused. I was like, how are you using two accounts at once? It's my alter ego? It probably is. Probably is. I need to max win. That was a while ago. Yeah. Let's see. This picture is really nice. Now, of course, while I do this, I am thinking about other things I could stream about in the future. Honestly, I'm kind of struggling with what I should do when it comes to streaming. Because I can either, work on videos while I'm streaming, like art for certain videos. I could just draw whatever the viewer would like. Previously, when I did stream, I would just kind of make up a small project and I would just draw it. It didn't particularly connect to a video. It didn't mean anything was going to happen to the drawing. I just picked whatever, drew it for the day, and then ended the stream, right, with nothing more, nothing less. But I don't know if this time around I would like to use stream time to work on projects or videos, edit stuff. You know what I mean? I just feel like there's a lot of options that I could be doing and using my time relatively wisely during stream. Because recently, these past couple of streams that I've done, I don't know if Latoma, I don't know if you've been here for a myriad of them or if this is the first one that you've been back. I'm not particularly sure. My memory's really bad, so don't expect too much from me. But I've been using it to study, essentially. I've been using a lot of the time designated to study. And now, because right now I'm using it to do a clothes study, but right now I'm drawing a figure because I'm trying to create a good base for my drawing. Hand looks fluid. The last stream was at 4 a.m. for me. Damn. Okay, so what time is it for you currently? What time is it? It's 10 a.m. for you, right? So the stream I did yesterday was around 12 o'clock my time, and I thought that would make a lot of sense because my stream before that was at 10 o'clock my time. So I didn't think that difference of a change would drastically change the time for so many people. But apparently my stream was at like 4 or 3 a.m. for certain people. I guess that would make sense in Asia or whatever. So I guess my new stream time will probably have to be around this time. Unless it's like really late at night, which is possible. I'm not, I don't have the best sleep schedule. This hand looks flippin' awful. I'll probably do this, probably make it a lot better in a little bit. But man, that hand is bad. Okay, hold on. What am I doing here? I want it to kind of lean this way. I mean, she's not really like bended. She's just leaning. I need to warm up my anatomy, honestly. Alright. Maybe this is too longish one. Alright. I can cut it a little shorter. Mix up a little bit. There we go. I'm sure that works. Do you hate seeing that realistic robot puppy and ad? It's so annoying. Okay, so I did see that ad like 2 days ago. My YouTube Premium just finished. Like I canceled it because I'm moving to a family plan of my folks, and I saw it twice and I was like, what is this? Because it's so ungodly fake. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about besides Nathan Nope, but there is this ad where it's so obviously just recordings of a real puppy, and they're pretending like it's a toy. They're saying it's like the most realistic puppy toy, and I'm like, what the heck? There's no way. But they're trying to make it seem as though it's as real as as footage, I guess. But it just comes off so odd. Okay, now we're gonna draw the clothes. So this one, the reference I'm looking at specifically, No Way Bros, only the YouTube. Dude, okay, I use YouTube Premium not because I need ads off my YouTube. Well, it is nice to have no ads on my YouTube, on my phone, and my iPad, which I spend most of my time on, so it makes a lot of sense. To me, it makes sense, right? Like, like, let's be honest. If you're not on your computer all the time, you're not going to have another way to cancel ads besides YouTube Premium, right? Like, there's no ad blocker on your phone. Unless there is, and I'm tweaking. But I use it for YouTube Music because YouTube Music keeps all of your like preferences and algorithms from your old YouTube, like from your actual just YouTube account. So it just makes sense. It just makes sense to me that I wouldn't have to rebuild my For Me music page essentially. So yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? Anyway, I use it for YouTube Music. I use YouTube Premium for YouTube Music because I don't like Spotify. I find Spotify to be very there's correct YouTube apps on mobile, but yeah, that's chill. Yeah, but that's it. It's particularly for music. I listen to music all the time, every day. And that being the case, I need music. And that being the case, YouTube Music, using my own algorithm, my own feed already built for me, it just makes a lot of sense. And also, if you liked any music on your YouTube account, then it transfers over to YouTube Music. Yeah, exactly, because YouTube Music is just kind of good. Back when I was like 15, my mother got YouTube Red. I remember that because it came with TV shows. It came with like their original TV shows, and put me on the family group. Now I haven't had ads for like a decade now. Exactly. Don't turn it off. Mura, if you care anything about your sanity, don't turn YouTube Red or Premium off, because the ads are so bad. The ads are like ungodly inappropriate, and they're like, it's practically porn. It's gooner bait. Like it's 100% Gooner bait. Like all the mobile game ads, you'll just see like a bunch of like super lewd and inappropriate stuff the entire way through. And I can only assume it's marketed to kids as well. Like there's no filter on that unless you go to YouTube Kids. So it's just kind of wild. I find it like insane, absolutely insane. That's crazy. Must be really? Is it just in America? I thought I just assumed it'd be any place, but I guess I never considered the fact that it might just be a regional thing, because all the ads are incredibly inappropriate here. Like if you know anything about Hoyoverse and the way they market their stuff, it's like that but turned up even higher, even an increased notch. So it's kind of insane. So I find the ads to be completely unbearable. And that's why I think YouTube Premium works for me even more, because the ads are so unbearable. It's insane. Ads are based partly on your browsing. That's okay. That makes me sound so bad. But I swear to you. I swear to you. I also use Deezer instead of Spotify for music. Deezer, because my ex let me stay on the family for premium after breakup. That's crazy. I don't know what the heck. I've never heard of Deezer. Never heard of Deezer. As they're based partly. Okay, look. No. I know for a fact they're not based on mine, because whenever they ask me to track for anything, I always say no. So they can't. The ads can't be, right? Unless Apple is lying to me, because every time you use an app, at least my area, I don't know if it's a regional thing anymore. I think the apps are required to ask you if they can track to personalize your ads, and I always click no. I'm definitely a person who like clicks no to cookies, knows all that stuff. So, or I might be coping. You might not know. You might be Gooner browsing history era. Whoa. Hold on. I may like anime stuff, but I am no Gooner. Cue Vine Boom doubt sound effect. Okay, wait a minute. I see what I'm doing wrong here. There seems to be like a seam that runs down a little bit. And that creates two new folds. There we go. Sounds like there's a D's Notes joke to be made in there. Maybe, possibly. But yeah, my ads are kind of crazy. And I don't know. I feel like it's not just me. I feel like it's a thing that just happens. Because I feel like sometimes I'll be watching on my dad's account, right? And I know my dad's not a Gooner. Unless. No, but I'll be on my dad's account because his account is hooked up to the YouTube TV. So we all kind of get to see his YouTube page. And it's mostly just like religious stuff, like Buddha mantras and stuff like that, because he's a Buddhist and he usually watches like Vietnamese YouTubers. Because obviously he would understand Vietnamese YouTubers. And once in a while, even on the telly, you'll get, like, as you're scrolling, you'll get this, like, incredibly inappropriate ad. And you're just like, what the heck? And sometimes I'm like, I haven't done this, which I honestly should. I guess it says where I'm at currently in my head. I should probably go check my little cousin's account and see if there's anything inappropriate showing up for no reason. But nowadays, whenever I see an inappropriate ad, I just go click like, don't block ad, don't recommend me this game anymore, blah, 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 all that stuff. And don't get me wrong, if you're into that stuff, it's not like a problem. I just find it kind of like crazy, because I just assume that these ads would be posted anywhere for the general, like anyone who wants to click on YouTube usually gets an ad similar to this. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys don't get ads like this. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I have something wrong with my feed, or I'm the Gooner in the family, or something like that. Which now I'm starting to like doubt. I'm starting to assume or some shit. It could be possible. I don't get ads. Yeah, I mean now I don't get ads. Because I got YouTube Premium again after canceling for a couple of days. But I'm just kind of surprised, I guess, that something like this would even happen, or like that YouTube would just. Because I remember YouTube getting sued a while back for you guys remember those like Elsa and Spider-Man videos and how they were really inappropriate for kids, and then they had this large like crackdown in the entire YouTube landscape, and all the videos were deleted, all of them were removed, lost media type stuff. But I remember them getting sued for showing something so inappropriate to kids. So I find it so odd that they would just blatantly allow such lewd and suggestive stuff for advertising. Like, this is different. Like, it's not a video. It's not like a content creator doing it where they can ban them. It's advertising. This is advertising. I just find that so weird. I get ads for coffee degenerate and stuff. I don't get any of those. I get ads for cars, insurance companies, phones, and dirty mobile games. That's what I get ads for. When I do get ads, I don't get ads anymore because I got YouTube Premium, so it works out. But I just find it kind of crazy. Why am I getting these weird ads? Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Oh God, am I losing it? Is this what is happening now? What the heck? Might be over for me. Did I just like expose myself? I swear it's not like that. I swear. Okay, so the inseam's here. Means it would kind of stretch this way. Another day for another stream. Yes, sir. Another day, another dollar. Gooner in denial? I'm not. I'm not. I spend most of my time self-improving and reading the Bible. I'm just kidding. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not particularly a religious person, but we'll keep that conversation for another day. Religion reveal? I'm kidding. I wouldn't do anything like that. Let's see. This is very loose fabric. ConKhi. That's crazy. That's crazy. I love it. Okay, like partially I love it, but at the same time it's really at the same time I'm like, it's so funny because you guys used to make fun of me. But the fact that someone took my name and said ConKhi, I've never considered that. I've been called ConKhi for my whole life, and I've never considered the fact that it could be changed into ConKhi or ConKhi. Like, you guys are really quick on making really funny or goofy nicknames for a Vietnamese word. And I've never considered any of them. It's kind of funny. I don't know if I asked, but I wonder how you're doing. How are you doing today, Davix? Is that how you pronounce your name? Maybe, hopefully, I'm not mispronouncing it wildly. I'm gonna actually have to erase the area around this because it's gonna kind of be. But yeah, I do find it very funny how somehow my name gets changed and warped so often. Yeah, that's how you say it. Pretty solid, by the way. What about me? I'm doing pretty good. My day has started off pretty solid. I've had a cup of coffee. I don't like coffee, but I've had it. I heard it's good for you. It's also a drug, though. I don't know. It's. I'm not gonna say too much. I find it so funny, though. I find it so funny that every medical record that comes out goes, caffeine is so good for you. You live longer. Your heart is super healthy. And don't worry, I don't doubt medical studies. It's fine. Like, if they can prove it, I don't care. But the fact that, like, every single time my mom wakes up, she's just like, I need my coffee. I'm having a headache. I'm dying. I find it, like, absolutely hilarious that the coffee drinkers go nuts when they don't have it. But I guess it's a withdrawal, right? I'm not particularly sure how coffee works. I'm no expert, so whatever. What was I saying? I've had my tea. I've had my coffee. I have more tea brewing in the background, so I'm extremely excited to drink that. And I have pizza, so day's looking up. I have good food. I got solid drinks. I got to draw today, so I get to see you guys. So if I get to see you guys, then my day is great. But I am kind of having a hard time doing this. What the heck is happening here? Oh, this is a typer fold. This is a typer fold. I literally just practiced. I literally just practiced this. Hold on. So it's like this. It's like that. And then the fold is Wait. I literally just practiced this. The practice is right over there on the same. It's on the same canvas. Perfect. Not perfect. Not perfect. Definitely not perfect. But close enough. Sort of. Yeah, whatever. Okay, obviously it could be better, but I don't think it's the worst in the world. I still have a lot of this stuff in the way, but why does this look so bad? Okay, let's see. Well, yeah, it's an addictive, psychoactive chemical. I find it so funny, you know what I mean? I just find it funny. I find it like when some people say one thing and they act another way. I just kind of find it kind of goofy. I just think it's hilarious. What tea do you drink? I have 2 teas constantly. I have 2 teas in constant supply. I have green tea and I have jasmine tea. Jasmine tea is particularly my favorite. My grandma drank jasmine tea. My dad drank jasmine tea, so I drink jasmine tea. I love jasmine tea. I like the earthy flavor. It tastes good. And I have multiple of those. I have like the flower jasmine tea bulbs. I have like the little pearls that you can brew multiple times. I have just the normal herbs. And then I have green tea. I just find green tea to be a nice break from jasmine tea when I need it, but still like earthy enough to where I can enjoy most of my day with it. So when I'm tired of jasmine tea, I drink green tea. When I'm done with green tea, I drink jasmine tea. I also have oolong, and then I have some custom teas because we went to this city where they had a tea shop and they made their own custom brews. Not particularly my favorite, but if I want something new, then I'll try that. But those are the main teas I have constantly stocked. Definitely a withdrawal. If you stop drinking it after a while, you'll have a headache, so you need to drink more to take it away. Endless cycle. Exactly. But I just find it really weird because like it is so documented really well that coffee is just really good for you. Like every study just seems to be like, yeah, there's like no downside. And I just like, it's so weird, you know what I mean? Like for something to work that well, is it weird to have a little bit of doubt for it? Just a tad bit of doubt for it. But who knows? I'm not that big of a tea drinker, so I don't mind. Or a coffee drinker, so I don't mind. I do like it though. I mean, okay. I say all of this all the time. I don't drink coffee, and I sit on my high horse being like, I don't need coffee to function my day. But despite being all haughty and high and mighty, when I go work out, I down like 400 milligrams of caffeine on the spot. So I'm 100% a hypocrite, which I also find that very funny. I'm an incredible hypocrite. No one should ever take whatever I say seriously. Okay? 100%. No one should ever take my word because I'm haughty about not drinking coffee. I'm talking about specifically coffee. Caffeine, on the other hand, I have like 400, 600 milligrams of caffeine in a week alone. I probably have multiple thousands of milligrams of caffeine, probably like on my max, probably like 3K milligrams of caffeine per week, because every day I work out, I down 400 or 400 and then 200 in the middle, or like I down like 100 milligrams of coffee in the morning, like 400 when I go work out, and then Monster or Prime. I like Monster. I'm not a fan of Prime. I do think it tastes good, but I've just never have been one to buy it a lot. I definitely prefer Monster, but I actually drink mostly pre-workout, and that's where I have my caffeine from. I have at least 700 milligrams of caffeine a day from coffee alone. Exactly. Like the other day, yesterday, I worked out for 5 hours because I was just like, I didn't have anything to do. I took 400 millis right off the bat. And then I took a Celsius because that was the only thing they were selling at the gym. I took a Celsius in the middle, and then I went home and had a coffee and some more tea. So I could only assume I had like 1,000 milligrams of caffeine because I drink a lot of tea and I had like 3 cups of coffee. So like I may be almighty, be like, I don't drink coffee in the morning. I don't need it. I'm not like one of you guys, but I still down like an ungodly amount of caffeine every single day. And it's wild. It's absolutely wild. I used to be a Bang lover. I used to love Bang, but then I remember like the company was just like did something super weird or something, and I just like was like, I'm not gonna be affiliated with that. But regardless, I just find the fact that I'm incredibly hypocritical to be greatly amusing. Okay, I don't really know what I'm doing with this because there's like a bit of a spiral here where her clothes folds are, and I'm completely lost on how I'm supposed to draw this. Like, it's this upper portion. This portion's fine. This other portion's fine. It's kind of like this, and then there's a lot of triangles, and then that spiral into this. There we go. I mean, that looks better. Hello, CD Newts. Welcome back. The other day, I said this was your first stream here, and I didn't remember you. I totally forgot that I saw your comment on both of my last 2 streams, so I apologize for my memory being completely ass. Welcome back for a 3rd time, Mr. Newts, or Mrs. Newts, or they Newts. Is there a word for that? Not that I think about it. I never really gave it a thought. Mr. Miss. Maybe I should look it up. But I can't. I don't have a freaking keyboard. I don't have a freaking keyboard. Don't worry. I love you. Thanks. Love you too. I don't have a keyboard. I don't know if you see. For anyone who hasn't been here since the beginning, my keyboard is dead. Not my keyboard, but the cord is dead. So it's just a paperweight essentially. But it's owned by Monster. What's owned by Monster now? Bang is owned by Monster now. The other day, Good Mythical Morning made a video, Coke versus Pepsi products, and it was incredibly intriguing. Very fun to watch. It was very entertaining. And I didn't know that Gatorade is owned by Pepsi? Is Gatorade a... Maybe I should look this up. Maybe before I start spouting lies. Hold on. You guys like my phone case? Look at the dog. Wait, hold on. I gotta show. Wait. Oh, my phone case. Ain't that so cute? Ain't that dope? Anyway, back to whatever I was talking about. Wait, hold on. Gatorade is a Pepsi product? Gatorade is a Pepsi product. I had no clue. I thought Gatorade was a Coke product. Because usually I consider Coke with like cool brands. And I consider Pepsi like a ketchup. Right? Like trying to catch up. So I thought Pepsi was Powerade and Coke was Gatorade. But either way, I don't drink either of them. So it doesn't matter. I'm spending a lot of time on this one singular drawing. I'm yapping too much. Okay, now time for the other side. Okay, so this other side is kind of crazy because it droops down like mad, like this. Wait, I can't. I gotta move this bar up because. Down. It's wild that most beverage companies belong to like 2 companies. That's wild. It's even more wild that worldwide, I think it's also the same. Like, so if you're in America, the United States blocked the merger between, I believe, Pepsi and Dr. Pepper. I believe there's going to be a merger between Schweppes and PepsiCo. And it didn't work out because they believed it would create a monopoly or like there would be too little competition. But if I'm correct, you can look this up if you want. I'm by no means an expert, nor is my memory the font is the best. If I'm correct, I think Pepsi still got the rights to internationally distribute 7-Up and Dr. Pepper. So even worldwide, there's like 2 companies that rule everything. And I'm surprised that like when you go to like Europe or when you go to Asia, you still see the drink market primarily dominated by 2 mega corporations. Because you would think that other countries would have other companies running other drinks. But I guess they just get bought up or something. I don't know. I just find it really funny Funny. Crazy. Crazy. I don't know if funny was the right word for that, but I do find it quite interesting. And that's not even talking about snacks. Like, if you like cookies, you probably like cookies from either the Mondelez family or the whatever the name is, or you like cookies from Nabisco or something like that. You know what I mean? I only drink Gatorade when I have diarrhea or not satire. Crazy. We still have local knockoffs for drinks here. Yeah. Wait, where if you don't mind, where are you? Is that a weird question to ask? I feel like I've already asked that. I mean, I've already asked people like, what time is yours? What time zone are you in? And other crap like that. So, this question can't be too weird compared to other things I've already asked. Philippines, don't find me. I will find you. I go visit Vietnam pretty often. I'm from Vietnam. My family's Vietnamese. And there's this drink in Vietnam, and I love it. It's my favorite drink of all time, and I love it so much. It's insane. I'm like, straight up, if there was a drink that I'm addicted to, it's this drink. It's called Sussy. Sussy. It's kind of like Sussy. You could just say Sussy. I think some of my family members just call it Sussy. And I think due to Among Us, we just call it Sussy even more now. But it's like this. It's like a root beer. It's like if I had to best describe it, it's essentially a root beer. But it's got like its own flavor to it. It's got a more unique flavor to it than just primarily root beer. And I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world. I don't have it here. You've told us before, Lamau. I'm sorry. It's been a long time. Our Fanta here is called Royal, but it's just a rebrand, not a knockoff. Oh, okay. Okay. So things are rebranded. All right. That makes sense. Actually, you know what I do miss from Vietnam? Because I miss the variety of flavors you guys get for chips. You guys. I'm talking about my own people. I miss the variety of chips. Like, if you go to Vietnam and you go to a convenience store, you'll get, like, steak-flavored chips. Or, like, shrimp-flavored chips. Or, like, some crazy flavored chip. But here, you always get the same. You get barbecue, cheddar, sour cream and onion. And then that's like the main three. And then there's some other fun ones, but those are usually limited or they go away. The only chip brand that makes a variety of flavors that keep them around all the time is Pringles. And I don't like the Pringles chip that much. It's like not my favorite form of chip. So like I'm kind of sad. I want more chip varieties. I want companies to try more chip flavors. Man, I sound really big right now. Big bag mentality. Nothing wrong with that. I like food. No one can stop me. I enjoy food. But yes, I would love it if companies tried more chip flavors. Because you know how there's a lot of videos where they're like, "Oh, Japan chip flavor," and you're like, "Oh, I wonder why I care so much." Well, because it's interesting. Like, I wonder what kind of chip flavor people can come up with, and like what it tastes like. I'd love more chip flavors. Give me more chip flavors. Come on. It can't just be Pringles that makes chip flavors. It makes fun chip flavors. Probably not much man for weird flavors now, but it's like do what Coke does. Like Coke every couple months or so, Coke releases a limited edition flavor. Like, I don't know if you remember, they did Dream flavor, not the Minecraft YouTuber, but just the name. They did like space flavor. They did orange creamsicle flavor and stuff like that. So like, but they only release it for a little bit and they take it away and they bring it back and they take it away. And then like, but I kind of want more wacky flavors like what Coke is doing, but for chips, you know? I want it. I've had chips. I've had ketchup and pizza flavored chips before. Exactly, right? How do they know what dreams and space? Yeah, exactly. They made dream flavor, space flavor. I think they also made raspberry spice, which is a little bit more of a normal flavor. And then they made orange creamsicle. Super weird. Don't mind the emojis. It's fine. But I find it like intriguing. I would love for more chip flavors. I want to try chip flavors. Greedy chunky, need more chips. What is your favorite chip? What is your favorite chip? I won't actually, do anything. But what is your favorite chip? Like when you go to the aisle and you see the wide selection of chips sitting in front of you, and you see all these Lay's Frito brand chips, from Fritos to Lay's to Cheetos to Ruffles to Doritos, all of a kind. You look around the aisle and you see this wide selection. What is your to-go chip? I know what my to-go chip is, and it's my favorite chip. But people think it's a weird favorite chip, and I think you're weird. Maybe I should kind of lower the... I've been working on this one singular drawing this entire time. My favorite chip has a different name in the US than in Canada. Say it anyways, because I could just look it up, probably. Okay, I think this drawing is done. Now I'm just going to draw the little base of it and see what happens. Such a peaceful, nice vibe music. In Canada, it's called Doritos Sweet Chili Heat. Yes, it is called Spicy Sweet Chili. I love that flavor, actually, so that's good. I don't think the chips I get are available there. They're called Tostillas, cheese-flavored triangle-shaped corn chips. That sounds like a Dorito. That's a Dorito. You described a Dorito. Isn't that a Dorito? Am I going crazy? Cheese-flavored, triangle-shaped corn chips. You explained a Dorito. The Canadian version also spicier. I wish ours was spicier. Pretty much. Yeah, that's just a Dorito. So I like Cheeto Puffs. I like Puffs. Puffs are cool. I think Puffs taste delicious. Cheese Puffs. I don't. People are like, oh, but the crunch. There is crunch in a Puff, but you get crunch and you get the soft texture right afterwards, and it's cheese. And also the Cheeto flavor is just really hard to get. Like I don't really get the Cheeto flavor in any other chip. Like any other cheese chip, you're never gonna get. Like, I mean, like a Ruffles is good, but other companies have made. Puffs don't dry your mouth. Puffs don't dry your mouth. You just have a dry mouth. You need to wet those lips, pal, because Cheeto Puffs are peak. I love Cheeto Puffs. I love Cheeto Puffs. I love cheese balls. I love cheese doodles. I love cheesy, puffy, corn-fed, burned discharge, because that essentially what is Cheeto. I don't know if MatPat did a video. Game Theory, Food Theory made a video on cheese puffs, and apparently it's just leftover corn feed for cows. I don't know. I love Puffs. Yes, with home. I love Puffs. Cheeto Puffs are a peak chip, and I'm tired of pretending that they're not a peak chip. I love Cheeto Puffs. Cheeto Puffs go hard, man. What can I say? Cheeto Puffs are peak Puffs. I prefer Cheez-Its to any cheese chips. Okay, I am so confused by that because, okay, you're wrong, but you have a good mentality. You're wrong. I consider Cheez-Its not a chip. They're a cracker. They are up against other cracker-like stuff, like Ritz, Clubs, other things. But I do love Cheez-Its. I love Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its are so good. If I ever go up to someone and I go, oh, I love Cheez-Its, and they'll be, oh, what about Goldfish? No! Cheez-Its are Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its are peak. Cheez-Its are peak. I don't need your kindergarten level snack called a Goldfish. Just give me a Cheez-It. I love Cheez-Its. Okay? Cheez-Its are good. And then you got cheese puffs. Cheez-Its are not better than any other cheese chip. I disagree on that. But they're good. Cheez-Its are good. If I do come to Canada, I'll try those spicy chip thingies. Anyway. I'm very passionate about my chips. What can I say? Chips are peak. Chips are good. I like Doritos, but I don't like the thought of eating Doritos until I have Doritos. You know what I mean? Like whenever Doritos are never my to-go chip. And then I have them. I'm like, oh yeah, this stuff is actually really good. Like it's not amazing, but it's actually pretty solid. But I always forget Doritos are like good until I have Doritos. I don't know if that makes sense. Like the thought of going out to buy them myself is something I wouldn't do because I would always just go for Cheeto Puffs or Cheez-Its Like white cheddar Cheez-Its are amazing. But Doritos are good, and I keep forgetting Doritos are good. Like the other day, I had the Cool Ranch Doritos. I haven't had a Cool Ranch Dorito probably in years. Like I'm not even kidding. It's probably been years since I never ever. I love cheese flavored stuff so much that I never really looked for the blue bag. But I had them, and then I was reminded, like, oh my god, these are actually kind of peak. Like these are actually kind of nice. And I totally forgot. And this is actually turning out pretty nice. I like this drawing. It's really. She doesn't have a face. Like, the reference doesn't show her face. So we're just going to give her generic anime girl face. I need to plan a whole itinerary for when you eventually... I do want to visit. Greetings and salutations, my fellow denizens of the World Wide Web. That is the internet. I am Lushu, and may I say, with the utmost honesty, that I find your sketches and sense of humor funny. Why? Thank you, my good man. I love that message. That was a very fun message to read. All caps, straight in the world. Fellow denizens of the World Wide Web. That is the internet. That was very entertaining to read out loud. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. Funny is a great compliment to give someone. That made my day. Man, I wonder if I do visit. I love the idea of going to Canada. I don't know why, but one time someone described Canada as America's hat. And ever since then, I have wanted to go to Canada. The idea that we have a neighbor and we have degraded your entire country to an accessory for the United States is incredibly rude. But I've always found it so charming that I've wanted to go to Canada ever since. And I meet a lot of Canadians. I meet a good amount of Canadians. And I love them. Every single one. Every single one. I've never had a bad experience with a Canadian that I've met online. I've met probably like 50. And so, I've always wanted to go to Canada. And everyone says, it's probably not going to be that different. It's not going to be that. Why do you want to go to... I don't care. I want to walk the streets of Toronto. If that's even a thing I could do. I realize I have no idea. I also really want to try poutine. And I know that it's not probably that hard to make. It's gravy, cheese curds, and fries, but I've never really considered the fact that now that I've just said it out loud, the fact that I haven't really made it myself is kind of something that I've a bit of a falter on my point. But maybe, what if I just want it from the source, from the motherland? Is that a weird way? Am I talking about Canada weirdly? Am I overly excited, and will I be thoroughly disappointed when I go there? Who knows? I think you'll love it here. I will. I also want to try poutine. It's such an amalgamation. Exactly, right? It's fried potatoes with cheese curds, which I assume are deep fried because that's what cheese curds are here. are, we deep fried the cheese curds, which is, now that I say that out loud, it's kind of crazy. We took a fatty substance and then deep fried it and then put it next to Southwest Ranch, which is kind of that's kind of insane. This is like post-food clarity. How to actually start sketching properly so I don't waste time doing wrong practices. Thank you. Is that a question? Let's see. So, how to actually start sketching properly so I don't waste time doing wrong practices. Okay. So, to me, there are two schools of thought. Now, people can disagree, but people don't have to. Okay. There are two schools of thought, and I'm assuming we're gonna use this in a framework of like drawing people. Right, just people first, because that's what I just like to do. I like to draw people. There are two frames of thought. You can either go gesture, or you can either go construction. I recommend doing construction because to me, I like shapes, and shapes to break down things are really easy. And I feel like the idea of knowing how to break things down into shapes is just a useful thing in the future. But recently, I've also learned how to do gestures, and they kind of feel each other both. So eventually, do the other one too. But to start off, either do gestures or constructions. Gestures allow the movement and allow you to sketch stuff that's very loose, and you can kind of get the overall motion of the drawing really well, while I think construction allows you to build like a structure of whatever you're drawing extremely well, though it might look a little stiff. Just to be out there, it might look a little stiff. And then from then on, once you think you've done enough on either or, switch to the other side. So like try gesture out for a little bit, or try construction out for a little bit. They will only feel each other. They will only improve each other. Like if your constructions are stiff, do gestures. If your gestures don't lack any structure, do construction. Right? You can kind of feel each other. But whenever you feel comfortable, then move on to anatomy. Like then start like supplementing those simple shapes for like muscles and bones and stuff. And then from then you go on to finding your style, whatever. But that's like a quick way. If I were to describe like to my little cousin or anyone how to start drawing, this is how I would do it. But in like dumber terms. Not dumber terms. They're not dumb. In nicer terms. In nicer, kinder terms. What was I talking about? Fries. You deep fry cheese curds. And then you put it on French fries or chips. Whatever you call them. And then you pour liquidated salty broth that's been reduced all over it. And then you eat it. And it's absolutely absurd. It's absolutely absurd. It sounds so good. It sounds absolutely delicious. And I would love to have poutine. But yes, poutine goes hard. Every time I draw eyes, I always have to pause and draw like 2 circles so I know how to space them properly. This is only supposed to be a sketch. I've spent an hour on this. It was just supposed to be one singular practice, but I've spent a whole hour on this because I can't stop yapping. Okay, we're just gonna say this entire stream is just gonna be this one drawing because I don't know, man. I'm back to my old habits where I spend 2 to 3 hours on one singular thing and make it just look really nice for no reason. Wow, I just realized how big the clothing I made is and how small the head is in proportion. I mean, it is supposed to be really baggy. Like, if you see the reference, it's extremely baggy. Like, it's huge. It's absolutely massive. But this is a little much. That's slightly better. Yap key. I know, right? I love talking, though, especially when I have people to listen. I love chatting, yapping, talking, all of the above. Your little eyelashes, little pretty eyelashes. And then we're going to draw her hair. This is how I imagine her hair would look. Are you still on Insta? I am still on Insta. What's up, Chance? How you doing? I'm still on Insta, but I've deleted most of my artwork, if not all of my artwork, off Instagram. Though I did reactivate it yesterday because since I'm coming back to YouTube, I will start uploading stuff on that site again soon. So yeah, I'll definitely be back on very, very soon. And if you don't see anything there, just wait, because there's gonna be stuff. I did deactivate everything though. Like I went to my Kara, I went to my Blue Sky, deleted everything off the Twitter account that I rarely use because I don't like Twitter that much. I'm great. How are you? I'm doing fantastic. It's a good start to the day. Amazing people. I've had great conversations with people talking about food and stuff. I have pizza in my house that I can't wait to eat, and other myriad of things. These hands are huge. But yeah, overall pretty good. I've had tea and coffee too. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little energetic. I didn't go to the gym today because I usually go really early in the morning, so I might have excess energy that I need to burn off later. I realize these hands are flipping ginormous. Everything is so unproportioned, but it's fine. Oh my god, everything is so large. Okay, you know what? Screw it. We're actually just gonna draw this and nothing else. I'm not gonna draw anything else. I'm just gonna work on this one little character right here. And no one's gonna stop me. And it's gonna look nice. I hope it's gonna look nice. My throat hurts. I did have a hurt throat today, and I don't particularly know why. I woke up, it hurt, and then I went to the bathroom, brushed my teeth, and I feel like it got even raspier. I don't think I'm sick. I mean, damn, if I'm sick, I feel absolutely phenomenal for being sick. Man, the drawing is so zoomed in that I'm kind of having trouble depicting everything. Regardless. For how many times I've listened to this free background jazz on my YouTube page, it is quite good every time. I don't know why I like it so much. Just generic royalty-free, copyright-free jazz music on whatever the first thing you search up on YouTube is. I know I've got no clue why it brings me so much joy. I do find it to be quite entertaining. And quite nice background noise. Oh god. Aw, she looks so happy. Okay. I'm starting to get real hungry. I haven't eaten anything. We will have food after we finish this drawing, and after the stream ends, we shall have pizza, baby. Excited for that. I love pizza. Pizza goes so hard. What days do you normally stream? I have no schedule. This week I have streamed 3 times, and I've got no consistency. Oh, I do wish that I can create some consistency, but I know for a fact that the minute I set a time period and a day to it, it will feel like homework. And that is my damn problem. Like, all the time. I'm like, okay, I'll do this every... Like, I love drawing gestures. I set a time amount I'm going to do it every single day, and now suddenly it feels like homework. I'm probably going to stream... I know this is going to sound really crappy. Don't do it if you really don't want to. But notifications, like turning on notifications and subscribing to me is really the only way. I am so ungodly inconsistent. Regardless of that, it's like gambling, okay? I'm either going to stream at 10 in the morning, 10 in the afternoon, 4 in the morning, or randomly for no reason. I don't have a plan. I'm sorry. I wish I could offer you a better... I wish I could offer you a better answer to your question, but the reality is that like I have no clue. Absolutely no clue. Okay, so as I'm doing this sketch, I need to make sure that I dozed off. Great art. Thank you very much. It's not as great as you think it is. The proportions are so off. Look how big her hands are. Look how massive her hands are. You know, every time I say the word massive, I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. Ninja Fortnite Blevins just like CSGO flashbangs me in the head every single time. It's kind of insane. Now that I think about it, it's kind of a massive. You're so good. My brain took time to process it. You know, I do appreciate that. You know what? I will not try to fish for compliments. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like my art. I'm glad that you find it very fun and enjoyable to look at. Though, I will say, hopefully when I improve and you're still around, it'll be even better than before. Hopefully, in the future, with your support, it will look incredible. Hopefully it looks incredible. It'll be pop off. Ugh. Do a quick stretch. I need water. What else? I've always wanted to visit Germany. I've always found the idea of going to Germany extremely fun. I don't know why. I just think, I think it's the bread machine. And the trains. I like bread machines. The idea that a grocery store has a machine that anyone can operate at any time to slice their bread into neatly individual predetermined slices is absolutely incredible. And here in America, no one would ever be trusted to handle such a large, amazing, powerful machine, such as a bread cutting machine. And the idea that I can openly operate such a device just by walking in to a German store sounds like a dream. And then after that, I go off, buy a train ticket, and I then ride the most efficient train system in the world while nibbling on my bread. Sounds like a dream of a duck. Sounds like a duck's dream. Sounds like a duck's dream. Oh my God. The thing is, that's a thing in Canada and the US. I feel like that's not true. I feel like there's no possible way in America that you would be allowed to operate a large... Someone would cut their finger off in 2 seconds flat. I'm German. I have never seen a bread machine in a store. No! No! That can't be true. That can't be true. Have I been fantasizing about something that doesn't even exist all along? German. Bread. Slicer. Cutting machine. No! I heard they are not really a thing in other parts of the world. Oh, wait, maybe! I live in Germany. A lot of people eat bread every day, so these bread cutting machines are very common in households. Oh, maybe it's a household. I need someone to allow me into their home where I can borrow their Brotschneden machine. I need someone to allow me to borrow their Brotschneden machine or their Alice Schneider. That sounds so weird. It depends on the grocery store. Okay, got it. Look, I go to my local Kroger or Food Lion. Bread machines are a myth. There better not be a myth. I am ungod. I don't think you guys understand how ungod, like how amount of times I fantasize myself walking in to a German grocery store and just smelling freshly baked bread as I walk over and caress a loaf. And then I take that loaf and proceed to slice it in multiple times in a giant, heavy, silver industrial bread slicer. As I slice back and forth. That just sounds like a phenomenal time. You did not just call it the most efficient train system in the world. Haha, TP, I'm always late once I had my train right. Look! Stop ruining this for me! I get that you're German, but let me fantasize about your country for a little bit. They're thinking Whole Foods. I don't go to Whole Foods. They don't have them in more standard grocery stores. That sucks. Because I'd love to operate a machine like that. A lot of standard grocery stores used to have them, but like I said before, cost cutting. I feel like it's also cost cutting. I also feel like it's due to the fear of losing someone's hand, which I feel like it's valid. I feel like you can't really trust an American with certain machines. Man, I really think lowly of the people here. I'm just kidding. I love my fellow Americans to an extent. No, don't worry. I'm just a hater. I'm a hater. Let Chunky glaze Germany. I love the idea of Germany. I just feel like a lot of people from the United States really like the idea of other countries, and I don't know why, but I am absolutely fascinated with going to Germany and having a beer. I recently turned 21. I turned 21 this year, a couple months back, and I have been absolutely fascinated with alcohol. I'm not a drinker. I am not a drinker by any means. But when I had my first drink at Chili's, and I had my watermelon spritz, and the cold, delicious salt, and drink from the rim of the glass hit my lips. Goddamn, did I understand why alcoholics exist? That's not good. Don't be an alcoholic. It's extremely debilitating. It's like the worst thing. It shouldn't even be a thing to joke about. But man, did at that moment I understand. I do not endorse excessive drinking. And if you do drink, please don't drive. I want to dumpster dive in the United States. If you do, go to Dunkin' Donuts. They throw away so much food. And you could, I'm sure, some of it is salvageable. What else? What else do I want to talk about? What's another? I might make an entire video on the German bread cutting machine. I don't think you understand how much I love that. The idea of a German bread cutting machine. Sounds phenomenal. Sounds like a great day. Are you speaking from experience? I have a brother that currently works at Dunkin' Donuts, and they throw. And also, I think it's kind of well known that if you wait during Dunkin' hours, and when they're closing the store, if you catch one of the workers, you can probably ask for the trash bag of donuts because they just throw it all out at the end of the day, and they throw it in a separate bag usually. So because there's so much food, so just take all the donuts. Give me the donuts. I want the donuts. 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 Oh wait, that's right. There should be lines here because it's being pulled. Oh, that makes so much sense. There should be like. Oh, look at me learning. I feel like this is very normal for most people. I think most people who have been watching me drawing probably have already made this assumption. Draw a German bread cutting machine. I wish. If I could just like get like stereotypical blueprint paper. I guess it's not stereotypical. It's called blueprint paper for a reason. It probably is actually blue. It's probably not just in the movies that it's blue. It's literally called blueprint paper. The likelihood of that not being blue is kind of insane. It's probably blue. There's no way it's not blue. What's up, yo? What's up? Welcome to the stream of Book's Arts. I hope you are doing very well. We are currently talking about German bread cutting machines and how they might not be real, and that might be the worst news I've heard all day. And the fact that that might ruin my day, despite the fact that I've been having a good day, and that fact might have just ruined it. How often do you stream? Not per. I guess now often. I won't be streaming for the next couple of days because I'll be on a trip, but multiple times during a week, various times. No consistent schedule. I wish I could offer you a more satisfying answer, but I'm sorry for shattering the illusion. I can't believe you did that, by the way. I still want to go though. I still want to go. If I go and I find you, I will be borrowing your Brotchnin machine. And if you don't have one, let's just say you want to have one by the time I get there. But yeah, I wish I could offer people a better answer when they ask me how often do I stream? I can't. It sucks because I don't have a consistent schedule, which is so bad. Maybe I'll develop one as I continue to stream. I don't have a bread cutter, but I have a bread maker. You know what? If you can make me a fantastic loaf, or you can let me handle your bread making machine, I won't be as mad. But you have to be able to make some crazy bread. Like, I'm talking about S-tier bakery bread. Chuck, you gonna put us in the bread? Yeah, I will put you guys in a bread machine. Man, I'm really hungry. Like the fact we're talking about all of this is making me quite famished. I'm trying to use big words, but we all know that I have no clue what any of this stuff means. I try every morning trying to get into a routine. I'll sub and try to catch your streams. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to start streaming in the mornings now because I just feel like I'm in a better mood in the mornings. It also makes sure that I keep a consistent sleep schedule because the reality is the other day I woke up at 9 in the afternoon and I have been feeling it ever since. So you should definitely go eat. I will go eat after I line a little bit more of this. Then I will go and get some food. Actually, now that I think about it, I am supposed to try to reduce the size of the clothing because it is extremely large for no reason. I am trying to reduce the size of this drawing. There we go. Okay, let's try to reduce the size here. Pizza. Costco pizza. Do you have a specific character you like to draw? I love drawing this character named Julia. Let me see if I have any files. I do. There's no way I don't, right? I have this OC. I made these two OCs at the same time. And so if you see the image on the YouTube channel, the profile picture, that's Jenna. She was made for a homebrew D&D session as an NPC character that dated one of the players. At the same time, I drew another character named Julia, who was a hero in a neighboring city. And despite the fact that Jenna was my first creation, I fell in love with Julia a lot more, and I've been drawing Julia ever since. I absolutely adore Julia. Julia is my favorite character to draw. This is Julia. I drew as a Pokemon trainer for a Pokemon session. When they announced the Star Wars session, I drew Julia again as a Stormtrooper. And I've also drawn Julia in a myriad of other ways that might not be as appropriate. What else? I absolutely adore Julia. She is my favorite. She usually is depicted with a baseball cap and her ponytail through the depth cap. Do I have any other images of her that I would like to show that are good? No, I don't have any. Okay, well, no more. That's about it. But I love this character named Julia. She just has a ponytail. Very average sporty girl, but I just find very fun. She was original, her original character design is like a electric based kind of character. It was for like a, if you're wondering what the session was about, it's kind of like One Punch Man or like My Hero Academia-esque vibe. We were just really big into superheroes at the time. I think this is when Marvel was kind of popping off, so we just wanted to do like a superhero based session for D&D. We're talking about D&D, by the way. But yeah, those are my characters I like to draw. Man, she still looks really big. Am I like dumb? And what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Seems overly large. Okay, I'm gonna make her hand smaller here because there's no way it should be this big. I think her head is too small in regards to her shoulder width. Yeah, I just think everything's kind of... Is this VTuber model based off her? Yes, it is. Even though she's supposed to be her own separate character, I eventually, when I was making it, I was like, man, I think I accidentally made Jenna again. Or, yeah, Jenna. So, yes, she is based off Jenna. Not on purpose, but it just ended up being that way. There we go. That hand is so much... It's so nice. It's so nice. Yippee! Yeah, I should probably increase her head size. Give me a sec. I usually do the whole shebang when it comes to heads. Like, draw a cube and everything. That's might be a little too big, actually. I usually draw, like, a cube and a circle, but whenever I'm doing gesture, I just kind of do, like, the paper trick on Cynic's video. I also adjust the hair, too, obviously. Hold on. I'm going to increase her size a little bit more. So I'm going to move her down. There we go. That's a little bit better, I think. Ugh. Crack back time. Ugh. ASMR. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So. Back to what we were doing before. There did seem to be... Okay, let's do this. So, we're going to keep the width much smaller. What else should I talk about? What are other things that have interested me recently? Let's see. Oh, the other day, we were talking about dinosaurs. This is such what a weird branch off. Talk about dinosaurs, and low key, when I was a kid, people like their T-Rexes, people like their Triceratops, people like other things. What's up, Nico Pico? What is up? I forgot if you were here last 2 other streams, but every time I see you, I'm like, it has been a minute. It's like I haven't seen Nico Pico in a while. I've seen your animations. They are looking phenomenal, by the way, my friend. How have you been? It has been a moment. How has it been? I hope you are doing great. Please tell me you were doing absolutely phenomenal. Hi. Oh, you already said that. I already read that. Pterodactyls. Pterodactyls are pretty cool. Though I wasn't much of a fan of flying dinosaurs, I still think they are pretty cool. I liked the Ankylosaurus. I loved the dinosaurs with the giant armor and the hammer in the back. You know what I mean? I thought that was so cool. People had their D-Rexes, their Spinosauruses, their Bronchiosauruses, their Pterodactyl, but I like the tank. The dude who's like, we're going to have a contest. Either I'm going to be able to move you or you're going to be able to move me. And I'm telling you, I'm coming out on top. I just think that's cool. You know what I mean? Hello, how are you? I'm doing great. I'm doing phenomenal. I hope you are doing the same. Any suggestions for folds? I'm having a hard time to draw them. Now, I am doing a clothes study. I am no expert. I am only doing it because recently I realized that a lot of my clothes are kind of faltering in comparison to everything else. But if I had a specific advice to give you off the bat, it would probably be... Ooh, what would it be? I don't think I'm good enough in clothing where I could offer you something that would make a lot of sense. Any suggestions for folds? I'm having a hard time to draw. Okay, so I don't know. I'm just going to say what I've been telling other people since I don't think I can offer you any good information, but I can tell you where I found my information. There's a video on YouTube by Marco Bucci. If you've seen it, go ahead and type in chat to tell me to stop talking. But he goes through 7 different types of folds. And those are the main 7 types of folds you're going to come across when you're drawing clothing. He talked about 7 of them. He breaks them down really well, and he also talked about how to paint them too. So if you haven't seen the video, just go online and search up Marco Bucci, MarcoBucci. And he has this amazing video about clothes folds that is very, 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 very helpful. But that's all I can offer you, just because I don't think I'm good enough. I'm just copying what he's saying in the video, so I don't think I can repeat anything that would work. It's been so long. I've been pretty good. How about you? I've been pretty fantastic, pretty solid. I did have a bit of an art hiccup, and that's why I kind of erased everything off Instagram and erased everything off my YouTube. But I'm back and feeling a lot better, so we're vibing. But it's good to see you again. It's been a minute. But I've been keeping up with your Instagram and stuff. That it seems like you have been doing great with animations recently, man. I've seen them. They look fantastic, and honestly, good on you, bro. Good on you. Good on you. You're in art school right now? No. Something happened, and it didn't work out, essentially. That's all I'm willing to diverge for now, but I'm not in art school anymore. Something happened. It was kind of annoying. But that's totally fine. And I'm kind of happy that I actually didn't go. So in hindsight, I'm pretty happy I didn't go. Okay, I'll watch it now. Thanks for that. Very useful suggestion. Keep it up. I love your drawing here. Thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and good luck. It's pretty hard, so, you know, drawing, clothing, so difficult. I said that in a weird tone and laughter, but I'm serious. This stuff is low-key making me tweak. I think that's a good size. Sorry to hear that. No, it's not that. It's not crazy. It was annoying to deal with it because I had to go through a lot of hoops to try to go and end up not working. But the reality is, it's like, it's not. It wasn't that crazy. Like, I'm genuinely, when I mean it, I'm so glad I didn't go. Yeah, I wondered why you erased stuff, but I'm happy you're back and doing good. Yeah, simple answer. I just didn't like what I was making. Didn't think it looked very good. Didn't think anything I was creating was I watched a video the other day, and he used a phrase, or he used a word, and I don't know if this word is actually real or not, but I'm sure it is. And it described it perfectly. Creative satisfaction. Nothing I created satisfied me. Everything just looked kind of off, but now I'm feeling a lot better. So yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling pretty good. Phenomenal even. I say as I'm coping in the background. No one knows my name. No, I'm kidding. I am chilling though. And I feel a lot better with the stuff I create now, so sort of. Insanely relatable. Yeah, I was just like, nothing I created really made me feel proud. You know what I mean? Like, nothing I created gave me this feeling of like that it was good, if that makes sense. And that's it. So I just wanted to delete everything, and I was gonna try again. And I didn't set a time I didn't set like a timer when I was gonna try again, but I knew for a fact I was gonna return. Just needed to make sure that everything I created this time, not everything, but a good chunk of what I was going to create left me satisfied. But honestly, I don't think anything I created was bad back then. I think it's just as I improved slowly, everything I created before and my idea of perfection outgrew what I could create at the time, and it just kind of snowballed and snowballed. But eventually, I feel so I've caught back up. Like, I do like my drawings now. I think this looks pretty okay. Like, I think this looks pretty okay. I'm happy with this. God, I'm so hungry. Like, that ever rumbling feeling in my stomach is wilding. But we're almost done with this, and then I can go eat. Another quick stretch. We're on the last bit of this drawing. And then I still have my Costco pizza that my dad bought. What is this little speck? Thank you. Okay. That doesn't mean I stopped drawing, by the way. I don't know if Nico's still here or if I don't even want to continue on my question, but it doesn't mean I stopped drawing. I just switched avenues and stuff, so. I'm currently working on a 7-minute animation for a contest that ends in October 1st. Could you I could show you a sneak piece sometimes if you want. Yeah, that'd be great. I honestly, like, I'm not lying when I say that whenever I did hop on Instagram or like my ConKhi Instagram, I did go like and check if you uploaded anything or if anything you created was up and stuff. So it's nice to know that you're still kicking along. I'm glad to hear that you're doing all right, is what I'm essentially saying. I'm essentially just saying I'm glad to hear that you're vibing, bro. When did you start drawing? Oh, God. I say that because I feel like every time I answer this question, I have to give a long, elaborate answer. I've been drawing my entire life, ever since I was a kid. I didn't start studying how to actually draw. Like, I've always liked doodling and drawing in my sketchbook, so that's the first answer I give. I have been drawing since I was a kid. I always used to just, like, have fun doing it. I didn't start actually studying and applying it and learning as much as I can until October 28th of 2023. So my art journey started about a year ago, like a year and 6 months ago. So yeah, that's my answer. Honestly, the only reason why a person would give an answer so long is because they're trying to brag about the fact that they've been drawing less time than other people, but I know that I have a big ego that I have to feed. So as long as I'm aware of it. Such a weird reason. If you ever stop drawing again, I will find you. You know what? That would be nice. That would be nice. Hey. My DMs were always open, too. They were always open. Okay, I think my drawing is done. I think I'm done. I think this is pretty much what I wanted to do with it. So I'm vibing. I do want to accentuate the mouth a little bit more. The nose maybe could be moved up a tad bit and maybe a little bit further upwards. Maybe the eyes can be a little bit more predominant. The hair is in the way, so the eyes are going to look a little goofy. And since everything is super zoomed in, it's super pixelated. But, oh wait, the eyebrows. A little high. That's really cool. I'm working on learning like all the different ways to draw. That's good. Yeah. I wish you the best of luck because honestly, I'm trying to do the exact same thing. I'm trying to draw characters, trying to draw backgrounds and stuff. It's a bit of a slow process, but I've been enjoying it along the way. Streaming and making YouTube videos definitely helped as well. As if I could recommend any advice, I'm sure you're not asking for any, but if I could ever recommend any advice, honestly, just like stream it or find a group of people that you can draw with or talk to about it. It's so much quicker if you have a group of people that are trying to do the same thing as you, because honestly, it makes it feel less like a chore and less like an obligation, and more like the fact that you're doing a fun activity with a bunch of people. But that's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. All right, so I believe I am done with this drawing. There's not much for me to add left over besides, I guess, the shape of some ear stuff. But I think I'm done. It looks really nice, in my opinion. It looks all right. And I think it was a good clothes practice. I know that I know I should have probably drawn more than I actually did draw. I can't believe in an hour and 45 minutes, I essentially just drew one singular image. But it was quite entertaining and it was quite fun. So I am going to, oh, I'm burping. I am going to end it here. I'm going to call it a day. But I do appreciate everyone that showed up. Thank you for everyone who is currently here, who did show up and who left. No worries. I do appreciate every single moment and every single chat that every single person types. So with that in mind, once again, I am going to head out, have some pizza, and I hope you all genuinely have a great day. Okay. Thank you, Ninja. Thank you, Chance, Latome. Thank you for staying the entire time. Nico, Biko. When do you plan on streaming again? Probably next week on Wednesday. Probably. I'm going on a trip with my family, but I'll be back on Tuesday, and I'll probably have something prepared for Wednesday. I will have a video uploaded, though. Sabbath, thanks. Thank you. No, thank you. Honestly, all of this doesn't really matter if I don't have anyone to entertain. So I appreciate everyone's involvement. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take good care. Take care of yourself, and good luck on your art journeys if you have any. I will see you guys hopefully soon. And my video is going to come out soon. So, yeah. Thank you. We're going to take one last quick look at this drawing. I can't believe I only drew one thing in an hour and 45 minutes. But regardless, I'll see you later. And German, whoever is here, I can't believe you drew in German bread machines for me. I hate you, and I will never forget you.